Or you have the option of buying a single serving packet. These are about the same number of calories, about 110, 120. And this one's certainly easier to watch your calories. You take one out of the package, there it is, ready to go. Here, the temptation is, of course, to increase the number of cookies. So when it comes to cookies, 1 ounce as a serving size. When it comes to meat, which, by the way, meats are not labeled for a serving size because they're a fresh food, we're looking at the size of a deck of cards. So here we have a deck of cards. You can see it's about, 3.5 to 4 inches by about 3/4 of an inch. The other way to think of that is palm of your hand and about that thick. Fruits and vegetables, as fresh foods, don't come with portion sizes either. But if you look at the nutrition facts, they're going to come with about 1/2 cup or 100 grams. If we were going to weigh this apple, we'd find that an apple this size, which is pretty typical, actually weighs exactly right on the mark, 200 grams. Most of us would never consider this apple to be 2 servings, but it is. And by the way, this is rice, serving size of 1/2 cup. Not very much. Most people would go, where's the rest? But if you're looking then at what the government says servings should be, currently the government uses something called MyPlate. MyPlate is trying to wean us away from animal food. So here's the dairy, small, the protein, which is small, a lot of vegetables, fruits, and grains. Well, what does this mean? There's no serving size here. So for that, we can go back to the pyramid. And the pyramid is probably the last one that the federal government issued. And here we're talking how many servings. So we could be talking for the base of the pyramid, 6 to 11 servings of grains. Well, people will say, well, I couldn't possibly eat 11. Well, we're not talking 11 large servings. We're talking something the equivalent of the 1/2 cup of rice, a small slice of bread, and so on. And again, it keeps going up with what is a serving. So if you're going to utilize these tools, which by the way are available on the web, you'll find that you really need that background of what's a serving. So I hope I've helped you today understand what a serving is. I'm Marjorie Gann. Thanks for joining us here at the Chef's Table series, and that's your healthy nutrition tip for today. Hi, I'm Marjorie Gann, and I work at Ethos in Jamaica Plain. We work with elders and people of all ages with disabilities, and we provide, among other services, home-delivered meals, community cafes, and in-home nutrition consultation services. I'm a registered dietitian, wife and mom for over 30 years, and in that time I've learned some pretty good ways of getting my family to eat well, and I hope I can relay those to you as well. And today I want to talk about greens, particularly dark green leafy vegetables, because dark green leafy vegetables are full of something called phytonutrients or phytochemicals. And what those are active compounds in the vegetables that benefit human health. They're not vitamins themselves, but they do help with your continued well-being. One of the nicest things about this kind of a vegetable is that it's very low calorie. So a cup of chopped kale is a mere 33 calories. It's also loaded with nutrients. Something like 600% of your vitamin K for the day, 200% of the vitamin A you need, and in the case of kale, over 100% of your daily need for vitamin C. So it's also a good source of minerals, copper, manganese, and phosphorus. And on top of it all, most of these even taste good. So what else could you ask for? So, and when we look at these, one of the reasons people tend to shy away from some of these is because they're in the cabbage family, the so-called cruciferous vegetables. And that means if you've ever cooked cabbage, you cook it too long and your house is full of that horrible sulfur smell. Well, you don't need to do that because cooking these does not require a long cooking time as long as you do some of the work before you ever cook them. What you're going to do is you're going to cut away some of the stem. Then you're going to roll it just like this. Sometimes you can roll 2 at once. And you're going to chiffonade, as the chefs would say. I would say cut very, very thinly. And if you're really going to be sensible about it, instead of doing it the way I'm doing it, you're going to roll up a couple of them, get out your food processor, put it in the chute just like this, and you'll have mountains of perfectly shredded collards in an instant. Then steam it lightly, and because you've cut it into such nice thin little strips, it really tenderizes very, very quickly and keeps its beautiful dark green color. Dress it with a little olive oil, garlic, salt, and pepper, and you've got yourself an absolutely fabulous main part of the plate vegetable. If you want even a prettier vegetable, how about Swiss chard? Chard has these beautiful ribs, and they'll stay nice and red, look really pretty on the plate. Sometimes you can get chard with yellow and white and red, even better looking. And here we have curly kale, another powerhouse. Now, spinach, and we have some fresh spinach here. Spinach is an interesting one because spinach on its own is pretty fluffy. And people say, oh, I'm going to eat a spinach salad, I'm going to get all my nutrients. One of the problems is, face it, how many leaves of fresh spinach are you going to eat at a time? This whole pile of fresh spinach is actually the same amount as in this one little frozen package, both about 10 ounces. So you can see spinach shrinks incredibly when you cook it. So you have to think about that in terms of portions and the amount of nutrients you're getting. One of the nutrients that's also in all of these is calcium. But you do have to be careful because the calcium in these particular vegetables are also found with oxalates. And oxalates are naturally occurring compounds, and those oxalates will bind the calcium. So you're not going to get the full benefit of the calcium. So for a good dose of phytonutrients, vitamin K, vitamin A, vitamin C, stick with those nice, healthy, dark green leafy vegetables. I'm Marjorie Gann, and I'm here for Chef's Table, and thank you for joining me.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the restaurant interview of the Chef's Table Series cooking show. Today I am at the Brickhouse Cafe located at 107 Bridge Street in Dedham. I am here with chef owner Vinnie Marino, and we're going to talk about the transformation of his restaurant, talk about his signature dishes. He's not only into food, but he's also into healthy food and staying fit. So Vinnie, thanks for being on the segment with me today.
You're welcome.
So I've noticed, as you know, you've been here for how many years now, the Brickhouse Cafe?
As the Brickhouse, it's
Yep.
been 7 years.
Yep. And it's changed a lot. You kind of added on to it,
Right,
I see.
yeah. We added on from the bar over to here. This used to, a year ago, this was a garden.
Right, I remember that. Now, why did you expand?
Well,
what was the
the
need?
reason I expanded is because you couldn't get in. I have people would come all the time, and they couldn't get in. They were friends of mine, and I just felt I had to do something about it. I have this friend from the Erie pub. Every Friday night he would come in, open the door, look in and say, bye-bye, bye-bye. He couldn't get in. So then we went and we did the expansion, and then after we do the expansion, I called him, I said, we got an expansion, come on over. He comes in, opens the door, bye-bye. I can't get in. So now I save him a table.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
yeah. Why do you think why are you so popular? Like, what is it about the Brickhouse Cafe?
I really don't know the answer. I had a place in Rosendale years ago called the Rosendale Pub, and the other bars from the area used to come over there to see what I was doing on a Friday night. You'd come in there and they'd say, what are you doing? And I say, damned if I know. I don't know. I mean, I'll tell you, we're passionate about our food. There's a lot of people are, but I got to tell you, I drink it, think it. I don't sleep at night.
I know
I
you
do recipes constantly. Whenever I travel, I see something and I can tweak it and I come up with it.
Yeah. Where do many of your recipes come from? I know they come from you, but
no, the most and the bulk of them are from my mother.
Yeah.
My mother was a very good cook, but very simple, Sicilian, red tomato sauce, and very, very simple. And all of her recipes are very easy, very simple, but good, fresh, quality food.
And Vinnie, I know you're into your health, like I am. We both work out. You're into boxing, and you were a former boxer, right? And you still keep that up?
Well, actually, I just got in the ring about 3 or 4 weeks ago with a friend of mine, and I got to tell you, I don't really think it's a wise move for 77-year-old guys to make comebacks. But in this particular instance, I got a little lucky. I caught
Yeah.
him with a real hard left hook in the second round, and goodbye.
So what is your fitness regimen?
Well, my thing is that as I'm older, I exercise more frequently, but less. I do 45 minutes of calisthenics and stretches in the morning. I do a mile during the day.
Yep.
I swim a half an hour every afternoon.
Wow.
I come in here at night and then I walk another mile. And when I go home, I will punch the heavy bag and lift weights every other day. I lift the weights, but I punch
Yep.
the heavy bag every night. So I got my little Fitbit.
Yeah, you were
and
telling me about that.
Yeah, and I do my 10,000
Thousand.
plus every day.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, because you're fit, does that reflect on your menu?
Oh yeah, because I'm a health nut. I started a fast food, health food restaurant chain in the middle 70s, when it was way before the curve.
Yep.
And in 5 years, we were in Dallas, Houston, Austin, Lauderdale, Delray. We had 24 stores
Oh my
in the
goodness.
mid-70s, way before the curve. So I still keep up with it. Even on my menu, I have some dishes that have a heart on it, and it'll tell you the calories
Yep.
and how good they are. You know, and it's one of the first things that I do. How can I make it, every dish
Yep.
that I make, healthier?
Healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do a lot of multi-grain pastas.
I do.
Right. And now tell me about the dish in front of us. You said this is a new one?
Yeah, well, this is a
Special?
new one. It's called a stack of Sicily.
A stack of Sicily.
On the menu, we just say, don't be embarrassed, just ask. But what it is eggplant, tomato, buffalo mozzarella, layered, with some basil on top, and a little balsamic vinegar. It's a very aged, as you can see how thick it is.
Right.
A balsamic vinegar, it's like almost sweet.
Yeah.
But it's delicious.
It looks it.
it's good. Yeah.
Can't wait to eat it. As you know, I'm a vegetarian, so
I do. That's why I
definitely-
got it for you. 'cause
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Vinny, you were saying how you don't know why people come here, repeat customers. Do you think it's because of your food, but also you're always here every night, correct?
Well, I'm here every night. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's a combination of both. That, you know, I love to walk around and talk to people.
Right, you do.
And I make it a point to try to talk to everybody. And I have the nicest customers, the nicest clientele. You know, over the years, as you know, I've had many restaurants, and this is my 40th restaurant.
40th?
Yeah, 40th. My last one,
amazing. Your
small
last one?
last one. But I got to tell you, in all honesty, I don't know, maybe it's my memory or what, but it's the best one.
Oh.
It's the people that I got here are just the best. You could go to any table, any night, and talk to anybody. They're just nice people. They are. And my biggest clientele, believe it or not, is West Roxbury.
Oh, really?
West Roxbury, yeah.
Right, well, you're right close
yeah,
by.
yeah. And then coming down from Westwood, and naturally we have a Dedham following,
Yep.
you know, but huge West Roxbury clientele, yeah.
Now, not only have you expanded the restaurant and the menu, but you're also offering breakfast now.
We do, and you know, when we first started, we were open at 11 o'clock, and everyone kept saying, you got to open early, you got to open earlier, but it was tough because I was stretched with my health,
Right.
and I was limited. So finally, I got a hold of a good little cook. His name is Patrick. He's in the kitchen. He's a breakfast guy, and he agreed. Yeah, okay, I can do it. You know, so he comes in at 7 o'clock, and we opened up at 8 o'clock on Saturdays and Sundays. And you know, we would do like maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 people from 8 in the morning to 5 at night. And it just keeps, every week it's better
getting
and better
bigger,
and
yeah.
better. And last week we met our goal on what I figured we could do.
Yes.
And now I'm saying, you know what, I got a new goal because we did that so easy,
Yeah.
we can even do more.
Right.
You know? But one of the things that I think in the restaurant business, one of the key things to be successful is having good food at affordable prices.
Exactly.
You know, and no one leaves here hungry.
Right.
No one leaves here hungry. They all may take doggy bags, but no one leaves hungry.
Right. Well, I think that's why your breakfast is growing. I think there's a need in this area for great breakfast
Yeah.
places. And I mean, this place is so warm and inviting. And I really think, I mean, I know myself, people come for you too.
Yeah.
They enjoy, like, you when you're in the restaurant, you come by and say hello to them. Because I'm
Yeah.
sure, like, not only do you see your old friends and repeat customers, but you also meet new friends as well.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there isn't a day or a week that goes by that I don't meet someone new.
Yeah.
You know, and we hit it off because, you know, one thing about Boston or New England, having lived in Florida for many years, is that if you don't know someone, you're going to know someone who knows someone who knows someone.
Yeah, it's small.
And us, and that we find that. We
Right.
start talking, and believe it or not, almost every conversation ends with, what a small world this is. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all connected in
We are.
interesting ways.
We are.
Yeah,
We really are.
definitely. Well, Vinny, thanks for
Yeah.
let me interview you. Every time I speak to you, I learn something new about you and the restaurant and the menu, and I can't wait to dive into this.
Oh, I'm sure you're
And
gonna
I'm sure
enjoy it.
Joe wants to
Yeah.
take the majority of it. Sorry, Joseph.
Okay. That works.
Yeah. So everyone, thanks for watching. My name is Carol O'Connor, and this has been the restaurant interview of the Chef's Table Series Cooking Show.
Hey, thanks, Chef, for coming tonight. We're very happy to have you here.
Mr. Needy, it's a pleasure.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Right out of the gate.
Would be normally be using garlic and oil, but I got it in there today. And a lot of guys throw butter in it. I prefer when I don't, but I'll tell you, butter never hurts.
But
and the chicken, you can grill it, you can saute it, you can fry it with breading, so you have chicken and shrimp. Another night, you might want to throw some clams in there. All you got to do is take the clam, put it right in that sauce.
you know, you get a great personality with you, Vinny, all kidding aside.
Oh, thank you, Joe.
Well, my daughter asked me to say
right.
that.
Yeah, you were.
The Chef's Table series is shooting on location in cities and towns across Massachusetts. If you would like to suggest your favorite restaurant or attend a live taping of the show, please visit thechefstableseries.tv.